Hi, Community Church of Ocean Pines. Emily here with you today. Last time I was on here, I discussed that no matter what your goals were, that I wanted you to focus on having a relationship with God. I referenced how Martin Luther King gives us a blueprint for life that included that no matter what you're doing, do it well. And I also discussed how Thessalonians chapter 5 gives us great biblical instruction. One of the things in Thessalonians chapter 5 is 2 words: pray continually. Prayer. It's so important. It is the best way to humble yourself and have a relationship with God. By praying, you are coming to God with whatever your needs are. You're recognizing that you can't do something and you need His ultimate help. A lot of people talk about prayer, and I'm going to be honest, sometimes I've made mistakes with prayer. Sometimes I choose to pray before bed and I end up falling asleep mid-thought or mid-sentence. Or sometimes I'll tell someone, yes, I'll pray for you, I'll pray for that need, and I might forget. So it's hard. It's not something that, it sounds easier than it is, but you do have to work for it. It's something that you have to give yourself fully into to get something out of it. And if you give yourself fully into it, the outcomes are going to be better, not only for you, but for your relationship with God and for your relationship with those around you. If you say that you're going to pray for somebody, make sure you do it. And then I envision it as an invisible string that you're connected to that person. You're giving them hope by saying those words and actually doing it for them. Another thing that I want you to focus on is being fully present when you pray. And what I mean by this is, I tuck my kids in at night, and when I leave, sometimes I'll forget to pray, and I'll be halfway out the door, and I'll hear a little voice say, "Hey, Mom, we forgot our prayers." And sometimes my gut reaction is, I roll my eyes. I think about the dishes in the sink. I think about the laundry that I have to transfer from the washer to the dryer. I think about, those extra minutes of prayer with my child is going to cut into my sleep. And I'm very guilty of it, and it's not right. And so I'm working on changing my attitude and changing my perspective, because when I do walk in there, I have 2 choices when I turn around to my child and pray with them. I can do it as quickly as I can, because I know I just need to get to it and tell myself, I'll pray later. I'll get through this prayer really quick with my son and my daughter, and then I'll pray later. I'll make up for it. Instead of taking that opportunity with my children and saying, okay, God, here I am with my children, and this is our prayer. And in actuality, we probably only pray for 1 or 2 minutes, but if I actually give into God and give into that relationship, I'm creating a bond with my child, and I'm creating a bond with God. And so, if any of this is relatable to you, if you have forgotten to pray or fall asleep when you pray, or say, I'll pray better later, I encourage you this week, when you are praying, make it a quiet space. Make it a place where you turn off the other things in your brain. That's another thing I tend to do. Sometimes when I'm praying, my mental to-do list is also piling in my head. Find a way to turn that off, whether it's with gentle music or being outside, whatever it is. Find a way to cultivate a better prayer life in your life. And I think that it's gonna make a difference. Meditate on the actual words that you're saying. And it sounds cliche, but live in the moment with that prayer. Everybody says live in the moment, and it doesn't sound, if you think, everybody says live in the moment. I can't live in the moment because I got 80 million things to do. But if you let all the 80 million things go and you focus on that prayer and that time with God, you're going to start feeling that relationship with Him. So that's your challenge today, Community Church. Take that extra time, sit down, do it. Think about people that you told that you were going to pray for them. Do it. Spend extra time with your kids doing it. Call somebody and pray with somebody, and do whatever it takes to cultivate your prayer life.